Okay, so I'm going to take one of the Dancing Dahlia folio covers that I have printed for a project to do later. And I am just going to trace it out onto this craft piece of cardstock. I found that cardstock works best when creating the folio covers. Oops, that's okay. Folio covers, so I highly recommend that you use cardstock, and then of course trim this out. I use my paper trimmer mostly, and then of course on the curved part use your scissors. There we go. And of course this piece here has guides on it, and we're going to go ahead and use that piece with our scoring board to go ahead and do that, so that we can follow along at least with the start of those lines, and then the scoring board of course will keep that line straight as we work through the score to make the fold. So there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and put these aside for when we start creating embellishments on the fly. These papers that I'm using came from a clearance pack from Hobby Lobby. I think it's actually Paper Studio, their brand of embellishments and papers and whatnot. And so you can see the line doesn't quite match up with the ruler, so I just adjust accordingly and go ahead and bring this down just the tiniest of bits, so that way I can make a start of a score line there. So there's that. And then this one again doesn't quite match up quite right, so there's that. You can take this one away, we're done with that one. And then just go ahead and I pull through twice. And so you're going to want to do that with all of whatever embellishments and pieces you chose from the Dancing Dahlias pack. So obviously I use this. I've decided I'm going to use this label right here, this tab, this pocket, and these two folded pockets. And so basically I took each of these and traced them out on the paper that I chose to use, which are some of these Halloween papers here, which are a lot of fun. So I made my corresponding pieces. I've already scored these, so they're ready to go, but there's the large pocket. Now you may have noticed that I did not cut out this little circle, and that's because it's so much easier and so much faster to just take a 1-inch punch and make it like that. Super fast, super easy, done. And so I'm gonna do that with both my tiny pockets. And if you're worried about lining things up evenly, if you're not good at eyeballing, you can absolutely measure and put a mark, or you can hold your template there and just use that to help guide you. Okay. All right, so we have all of these pieces here. So there's the pockets. And so this piece here, this is the cover. So I'm gonna go ahead and crease that cover. I'm gonna go and get the scoreboard out of the way here. And let's see. So we can start with what we know. This piece fits here, this one fits here, and this one fits here. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere some of this down and just have it be done, so I can start doing the fun part, which is the embellishing. And here I am choosing to use a thin wet adhesive, so that way it doesn't take up too much space in the pocket, because some of the tape runners, they can be a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch wide, and that just takes up space in your pocket for you to hide little goodies, gift cards, photos, notes, whatever it might be. Now these already have like their designated width, so I'm going to go ahead and just use paper. Helps if I take the lid off. Tape adhesive on these like this, and adhere it down like that. Oops, let's get this one out of the way. What do you say? There we go. And of course you can ink these to give them some more definition or whatever you feel you want to do. I am keeping this simple for the interest of the tutorial not taking too long. All right, and then this one's gonna go right up here. go. All right, and now we can go ahead and just kind of get creative with it. I have some little pieces that I wanted to try to use, but I can also use any kind of, you know, whatever I have here to embellish things. So let me see, I really love the way that I love the teal pumpkins. I love teal, as you may have heard, and so these teal pumpkins really make me happy. So I wanna make sure I use those. And sorry, you may hear me far away. That's because I'm getting a piece of black cardstock. This is kind of on the fly, obviously. Okay, so I am going to take this piece of black cardstock, and I know that the width of this is a little under 6 inches, and this is just about 6 inches wide. So what I'm gonna do is just leave it the way it is and then trim off what I don't need. So I wanna have a little strip that goes across here and then put one of those teal pumpkins right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this probably about 1/2 inch. I think that would be good. There we go. And it doesn't have to be super fancy. We're just gonna set it right here to kind of make a border all the way across. And I'm gonna, since it's wide, I'm gonna go ahead and use my tape runner and adhere that down all the way across. There we go. And then trim off the excess. There we go. And then I want to trim out one of these. So I'm looking at my leftovers here and just figuring out, okay, I think this is my only one that is intact. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim. I'm not gonna fussy cut, I'm just gonna cut around it here. I don't know, pseudo fussy cut. But I'm not gonna, I kind of like the polka dots, and I like that the white with the polka dots as a transition from the black and the pattern of the plaid here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that right there. So cute. Again, teal always makes me happy. Love teal. There we go. Put that right there. Super cute. All right, and then I think I'm gonna, of course, have a note that I wanna tuck in here. But I do wanna dress this up just a little bit. So I'm gonna make a cute little journaling card, like hidden, I don't know, message in this top pocket. So it's, again, about 5.5 inches, but let's see, go wide first. So yeah, probably about 5.5 inches, but then let's see, tall wise, probably about 1.5 inches. Well, I'm gonna fold it over. So let's do 2.5 inches by about 5.5. There we go. And I am going to fold this. You know, I think I want a corner around it too. But first we'll do this. And of course, you can do this on your scoreboard. And then I'm gonna corner around the corners. And I'm actually going to help myself out when I decide to journal and make myself just some quick writing lines. You don't even have, like, don't worry about making it perfect. Just see, I already hit a spot on my desk because this is a desk that I actually refinished. It was my very first project I ever refinished, and I used to refinish furniture. And it's the first piece I ever did back in 2016. And I did this desk because I fell in love with it. I loved all the little compartments. I loved that I could close it and keep kids, cats, dogs, everyone out of my stuff and leave it out without having to worry about anything happening to it when I was in the middle of a project. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, oop, and it's crooked, but you know what? I don't think anybody's gonna care. All right, so there's that. So when I choose to journal to whoever I'm giving this card to, there is that. And we can put a cute little something on it, right? I think I like these. What if I did like a little pumpkin? You know what, I think I wanna do, so this one is not gonna work because it's the same, but I bet you I could make another one just like it. Or do I want, yeah, let's do that. So if you have a punch that also does a label, you can absolutely use that as well. Make it easy on yourself. I do not have a tab punch at this time, which I would love to have one, but I do not at this time. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna be gluing this side anyway. That's why I flipped it to the white. One, it's gonna be easier to see, and two, if you make a mistake, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and trim this out very quickly. And if you're worried about symmetry, you can always take these, fold it gently in half, and I can show you, and do the exact same thing with both sides. Now you don't want to have a crease, of course. You don't want to crease it because we're going to actually fold it the other direction. But this way, you can kind of get in here and have both sides be even. Of course, my finger is in the way. Now again, you can have a lot of this stuff already done. I tend to like design on the fly, but if that doesn't work for you, like just take a sample of a folio you've already made and just make the same parts, only with the new papers. That's the beauty of this, is you can take and make and do whatever you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold this. And again, you can use your scoreboard for this if you want. Okay, there's that. And I'm gonna put this lovely right here. Actually, I think I'm gonna do it in the middle so that it lines up with this circle right here. I think that would be great. So let's do this. And I'm eyeballing it. If you need perfection, by all means, measure it out, have it be perfect, but I am not perfect. Now to keep it closed, I'm gonna put this gold pin on, or clip on it, just because I like gold clips. I enjoy them. So here is this, tuck that right in there. There we go. Oops. I, of course, pulled it out. There we go. So there's that. And then in here is the little, I'm saving this for a note that I'm gonna write, maybe even slide a gift card in there. And then in here, I wanna put little tags of all different kinds. So I am going to pull out this piece of craft cardstock that's left over from when I made these, and I'm gonna make myself some small tags. Now, I wanna keep them so that they are shorter than this fold, of course, which this does appear to be so, but I think I want to take even a little extra off just to be sure, because there's also going to be like ribbon on the end. You know me, I have a ribbon problem. So I'm going to go ahead and make these about 1.5 inches wide each. I'm going to make 3. There we go. And then you could take them and just trim the corners to make tags. But I have this cool tag punch that I absolutely love. And it does 1/2, 2.5, and 2-inch wide pieces, and makes the cutest tag tops. So I say this and then it's like, there we go, perfect. So there we go, there's one. I struggle with my nails. 2. And one more. 3. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that, toss that out. I don't need all the little scraps. Okay. And then I want to make little mats for the fronts of these. So I'm gonna make one mat be this, and so let's see what's gonna be the best. Probably 1.25 inches by 1.5. We'll try that. See what that looks like. 1.5 by 1.25. Let's see. There we go. Yep, that'll work. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere that down. That's another place where you can have little sentiments. Words of thanks, a note for each person of the family, maybe giving this to, anything along those lines, anything that your heart desires, I think would work. All right, so I am going to use let's see, I'm gonna take this little white pumpkin and put him in the corner of this one. Again, I'm not gonna fussy cut. I'm going to, I don't even know what this is, pseudo fussy cut, just to make it quick. Plus, I am liking the way this is standing off from the craft paper and the black and the different designs. So there's that. Okay. I'm gonna put this just here in the corner. Here we go. And then let's do one more. Where's my pumpkin paper? I know I had some. Oh, it's upside down in front of me. There it is. Let's see. I'm gonna find me a pumpkin here too. There we go. I'm gonna fussy cut a little bit more around the stem just so it stands out a little better. There we go. Got a little close there to the stem, didn't I? Well, this is what happens when you're trying to do it in a hurry so you don't make people yawn while you work. All right. And then there's this guy, and I'm gonna put him right in the middle. Here we go. And then we'll go ahead and put some ribbon on these guys. And again, I like to use the knot where you just kind of put the points in through the back of the tag, pull it through, and then pull those points through the loop on the other side, and it makes really cute ribbons. Now, if you are not about that life, you can also break out the stapler and we can put, you can just staple, or if you have like, this is a thicker ribbon and it's probably not gonna go through this as easily to do that whole knot. So I'm gonna go ahead and send one end through like this and then get it to look cute on either side. And then instead of trying to tie a knot around that, I am just going to use the stapler and staple it right there where I want it. Again, if you don't have nails, it's easier. There we go. So there's that one. And then this one here, I think I'm gonna use this ribbon. And I'm gonna do something different. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a traditional knot with it, so they each stand out a little different from each other. Go ahead and trim that off. Make sure you give yourself plenty of room to tie with. There's that. And then around, to make, it's ultimately a square knot, but tie it double. Yes, I was a Girl Scout for a while. Okay, there we go. And now I want to twist it around so that the print shows on both sides. So there we have 3 little tags to tuck into the bottom of our folio. Okay, and then yeah, it'll fold up just like this. So yeah, it'll be a little puffy, but that's okay. It'll make people wonder, ooh, what's inside there? So I've cut out some more pieces from the paper so I can use them as embellishments. I found this, this was out in my kitchen. It's, you know, what I do my grocery lists on and whatnot, but it kind of matches. So I think I'm going to use that as the journaling paper for inside the note. I've also created just with some scrap paper, a matted thank you I plan to put here. And I wanted to dress this up as well, kind of like, see how there's a pattern here? So I figured by putting an embellishment here, you could continue that pattern and just kind of make it look all cohesive. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue these things down. And again, you can make these as intricate or as simple as you want to make them. You know, no one is going to turn your handmade card down. They're gonna love the fact that you even remembered them. So I'm gonna attach this here to cover up that to-do, because it's gonna be more of a thank you note. So I'll do this so that it's in there and ready for me to write on. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this thank you on here. I figured I could give this to, I think we're going to friends for Thanksgiving this year. My parents are coming to town, but I think we're gonna have a big Thanksgiving with some friends of ours. So I wanna take this to the hostess with some goodies in it. There we go. So I'm gonna put this on the front. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with those here in just a minute. So this is, inside here, this is pretty much ready to go. And so I just make sure that the ribbons are tucked. And I'm gonna fold this up. Now I wanna definitely give it some kind of a closure. So I figured, you know, I could write the hostess's name on this and tie it with a ribbon as the closure, but I think it'd be a little bit plain. So I think I'm gonna put this here since it just follows that curve so well. And I'm gonna use some of this teal ribbon to go with the teal of the pumpkin. I'm not gonna cut it quite yet because I wanna make sure I have it the right length. I'm gonna offset it. There we go. So go ahead and put this tag on. So rather than tying it into the bow itself, I find that by doing this keeps it from getting lost once the bow is untied. It doesn't get set aside and, you know, misplaced while they're flipping through the card. And then just a cute bow. So yeah, I think I want to make it a little bit longer. There we go. Try again. And I don't know why, but I try to flip the ribbons upside down, or the card, whatever I'm tying ribbon to, upside down. I just find that maybe because of the, you know, angle of the bows or whatever, that the bows just look so much cuter when they're tied upside down. Again, it could just be the way I'm tying bows. It may not be for you, but for me, it seems to work really well. And I want the satiny side to show, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it's turned the right way. Make sure those bunny ears are roughly the same width, length, whatever. Like that. There we go. And then I'm going to use my fabric only scissors. See, it says fabric only. So that way they don't get dull when I'm trying to cut ribbon. There we go. And then cut this rough edge off here. And there we go. Tuck that up closer. And there we go. We've got a cute little simple thank you card, and it's ready to go. And then I generally I find A7 envelopes on sale or whatever, and this can fit, oops, easily inside. So if you're looking to mail it, also remember, if you're looking to mail it, maybe make it a little less bulky just so that you don't have to pay extra postage, or if you don't care, hey, send it as it is. But you can easily send them in an envelope if you need to mail it.